you can be pretty and also be a lying bitch. Damn, Laura Loomer just going in on Ana Kasparian. Just wait. The girls are fighting. By girls, I mean Ana Kasparian and Laura Loomer, who, by the way, guys, I love Laura Loomer. I want to put that disclaimer out. I really love her. She's like one of my favorite people on the internet. We talk on the phone sometimes here and there. I've never met her, but it's like I have internet friends and she's one of them. I've never talked to Ana Kasparian, but obviously if you follow this channel, I do talk about her a lot, and she is she's left the left and she's moving over to the right side of things, which, hey, good for her, good for her. Laura Loomer has a lot to say about that though. So, and as Laura, she always has a lot to say about everything. She is ruthless, which is one of the reasons why I love her. She's so entertaining, and let's just get right into it. So it started off with this. Laura Loomer's actually quote tweeting a clip of Ana Kasparian, and I'll play the clip in a second. But basically, Ana Kasparian talks about how she's done demonizing Trump voters, and she talks about a guy named Jeff, a Trump supporter that helped her out one time, and Laura Loomer has a lot to say about that. Actually, I'll play the clip so you guys can see it now.
And so I'm like trying to get his bicycle like up the stairs, and all of a sudden this man stops me. His name's Jeff, and he's like, "Hey, let me help you out with that." And he starts helping me out. He stopped everything he was doing to help me out. And then Jeff and I became very close. You know, one of my neighbors who I really like, he was my favorite person in the entire building. And years go by. One day we're in an HOA meeting, homeowners association, and one of the people living in the building said something about Trump that was negative. I don't remember what it is. And Jeff whispers in my ear, "Oh, she's going to start trashing Trump. I'm out of here." And it hit me that he's a Trump supporter. We had never talked about politics before.
It's kind of crazy that they never talked about politics before. Like, if he follows politics, I feel like she's a pretty big person to know of. I don't know, pretty interesting. But not everyone is as consumed by internet politics as we are. So, hey, go Jeff. You are just living a normal life. Everyday Trump supporter. We love you, Jeff.
And I'm like, so I got to know Jeff before I knew what his politics were. Incredibly kind guy. He helps everyone in this building with anything they might need. And so that woke me up to, wait a minute, not all Trump supporters are like dangerous, evil individuals. And yes, it was stupid that I thought that to begin with. Like, I'm embarrassed admitting that, but it's just how I believed. And that kind of was one of the moments where it's like a light bulb went off and something was telling me, you need to scratch beneath the surface a little more, because you don't have a realistic view of what's going on here.
All right, so what she said is pretty good, right? Like, she's changing her mind. She's no longer demonizing Trump voters, which is pretty cool. Like, I didn't have a problem with that. I thought, hey, good. We need more people on the side. But I also get where it's like, okay, why are conservatives so eager to accept people from the left? It's like we are so desperate in our wanting other people to come to our side that it's kind of cringe. So I totally do get that. And a lot of people are kind of jumping on the Trump train, like even Morning Joe. Like, they went and met with Trump at Mar-a-Lago, him and his wife, after they've been saying that he's literally Hitler. Literally. So it's like, if you really think he's Hitler and some homicidal maniac, then why would you go get dinner at his house? They're a bunch of liars. So this is kind of what I believe Laura Loomer is afraid of. She's afraid of people, or not afraid of, but she's like annoyed by people coming from the left. And now that Trump's in, they're not all of a sudden not going to hate Trump and hate Trump supporters because they're trying to get in good with him. So let me just read this right here. Here we have another political opportunist in the form of @Ana Kasparian. Ana is a malicious and pathological liar who has spent years with her co-host Chunk Uger, by the way, comment Chunky Uger for the algorithm, lying about and trying to cancel every outspoken Trump supporter, myself included. She has spread delusional lies about Trump, but now in a low-cut top and a full face of makeup. I love how she points that out. She wants to tell some make-believe story about a guy named Jeff who all of a sudden made her realize that 80 million people are all unique individuals who have their own personalities, and not all of them are Nazis. Come on, nobody is buying this garbage. Ana is trying to remain relevant in the changing media landscape after she has made serious cash bashing and defaming people like me who actually busted my ass to help Trump get elected. She is a full-blown liar, and we need to reject people like this who spent years damaging our biggest fighters only to pretend like they don't think Trump is so bad after all. Anyone falling for this is stupid. You don't get to engage in cancel culture for 9 years and then get a free pass for being a raging lunatic. Okay. Some of my thoughts. I personally think it's good when you have people in the media finally saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't be demonizing all these Trump supporters. Like, I think it shows that the pendulum is swinging in our direction, which I do like. But of course, there's going to be grifters that are kind of taking advantage of the moment. But I really don't think Ana Kasparian's doing that, because I've honestly been watching her. I review her stuff a lot on this channel, and I really just don't think that's what she's doing. I think she's genuinely annoyed about the psycho left-wing lying media, and she's seeing it for what it is. So I think she's allowed to, change her mind. Like, are people ever allowed to change their mind? You know what I mean? Like, I used to be an atheist, now I'm saved as a Christian, So you're allowed to change. It's okay. But I also totally see Laura Loomer's point. Like, that's the thing. Like, I totally get where she's coming from. And she is like Trump's biggest defender out of anyone. I think Laura Loomer would literally do anything to defend Trump. And I just love that unabashed, blunt loyalty. I love that about Loomer. And she's like a pit bull. She will attack. Like, newsflash, Laura, if you're watching, I love you, and I'm not even necessarily disagreeing with you. Don't come for me. Not that I think she would, because we talk on the phone. We're cool. She's also fine if she's not someone that thinks you should agree with her at all things all the time. So I love her loyalty to Trump. Okay, so Ana Kasparian did clap back. I don't know why I just did that move, and said this: there's no need to panic, Loomer. I'm not eyeing your role in the MAGA universe. No need to air out unhinged paranoid thoughts, because you and I are very different. Aside from moderating on a few policy issues, the fundamental difference between who I was in 2016 and who I am now is that I'm way more skeptical of the narratives from mainstream news. More importantly, I approach ordinary people with varying perspectives from a place of compassion and open-mindedness. Because if I'm sowing anger and hatred, who the hell am I to point fingers at others for being toxic or divisive? In other words, I'm trying to cultivate the opposite of what ideologues like Loomer poison this country with, but I will give her credit for the bold decision to go after my looks. All right. So, Laura Loomer didn't really go after your looks, Anna. Let's be real. She didn't really go after your looks. She just said that you were wearing a lot of makeup and a low-cut top, okay? And listen, Laura Loomer has everyone always attacking her for her looks. And let's be real. When Ana Kasparian said, but I will give her credit for the bold decision to go after my looks, that's passive aggressiveness. That's her kind of going after her looks without actually going after her looks. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, that was so bold because it's Loomer, because everyone tries to lie and say Laura Loomer's just awful. She's an orange queen, guys. She's an orange skinny queen. So stop the hate. But yeah, I think Ana Kasparian is valid in what she's saying here. I do think that she hates the mainstream news. I see her rant about it all the time. I think that's okay. I also just like the drama. It's fun. Let's see what Loomer responded with. That's the thing. You want to go into a Twitter battle with Laura Loomer, she's going to write a freaking novel each time. You don't even engage. You'll lose. She goes, I gave you a compliment on your looks. I believe you behave like a disingenuous bimbo. You're a manipulative, I haven't read this part yet. You're a manipulative liar who refuses to take responsibility for spewing toxic anti-Trump propaganda and cancel culture for 9 years. But it doesn't mean you aren't pretty. You can be pretty and also be a lying bitch. Oh my gosh. I don't really find the need to give compliments to anyone, so take it while you can, Ana Kasparian. I don't really see any other redeeming qualities in your personality or the way you carry yourself. I'll ask you again. Do you take back all of the lies you spewed against Trump and his supporters these last 9 years? Lies which you always knew were lies? Let's be honest. You got mega rich capitalizing off of the lies that have torn our country apart, and then one day you went outside and almost got, can't say that word, by some ethnic homeless man, and now you want to be forgiven for all of your shameless behavior. Oh my gosh, Loomer is ruthless. Even I was nice enough to post a message of support when you posted a sob story about being harassed by some homeless man you claim sexually harassed you. Tons of Trump supporters posted messages in support of you, but you continue to make up lies about how you thought all Trump supporters were evil to you, and now you've had some fantastical interaction with a guy named Jeff. Remember, guy named Jeff in quotation marks. She's insinuating that this Jeff guy is completely made up. Again, there's consequences for the policies you have advocated for these last 9 years. You're forgetting you helped curate these toxic ideas that are getting people killed and has led to mass psychosis on the left. Since you want to speak about poison and vitriol, take a moment to realize you're trying to come over to my side. Bitch, no, you can't. Sorry, that was me. So what does that say about you? How am I the vitriolic one? Vitriolic one? Oh my gosh, this girl's stupid. I can't read, okay? Whatever. That word, you know? I feel like I know how it's pronounced, but I'm just sucking right now. Anyways, how am I that one when I have been consistent in my support of Donald Trump and his policies for 9 years? That's what I'll say. No one's more loyal to Trump than Loomer. I don't even think Trump's as loyal to himself at this point. Do I need to go back and find every single episode of your show where you lied about me and attacked my colleagues with lies because we dared to support Trump? Stop being so disingenuous. I don't need to panic because I am a genuine person, and what you see is what you get with me. Super true with Loomer. She lets it all hang out. Not like hang out boob-wise. Like, I'm just saying, you know who she is. Like, I knew Laura Loomer from online, and then we got on the phone a few times, and I did a podcast with her once, and she's exactly how she is online on the phone, but she's actually super caring. Like, she really is. Like, she'll check on me. She checks on my husband, my family, like, our daughter. She is super sweet. Actually, I need to reach out to her. It's been too long. Anyways, I love you, Loomer, if you're watching. Yes, I don't need to pander or pretend to have views I don't have like you do as a way to save myself in my career. I'm not unhinged or paranoid. I'm just calling you out for being the fake lying bitch you've always been. Ooh, that was nice. Have a nice day, Anna. Send me your address and I'll send you and Jeff a MAGA hat so you can at least make your conversation look believable. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Anna did talk about this on the Young Turks. I'm not going to play it. I'll just give you a summary of what she said. But she said that no, she did not make up the whole interaction with Jeff thing. It's a true story. She doesn't make a lot of money. She only works at the Young Turks and she like lives in like an apartment or something. I don't know. Because she lives in the building with Jeff. So obviously it's an apartment. So she claims that she's not making a ton of money off of this. She criticizes mainstream media. Honestly, I see both sides. I'm curious what you guys think in the comments below. Like, whose side are you on? Because I will always be Team Loomer till the day I die. I'll be loyal to her for sure. However, I do think you got to give some people some grace. Like, okay, we could use like more people who think like us, but still, I get Loomer's reservations. I don't know. You've heard what I have to say. I want to hear what you have to say. I do read the comments. Comment an orange heart for the algorithm if you made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. I post 2 new videos every single day, and I'll see you guys next time.